Hello everyone, this is Leah, and today I'm getting started on some spring decor. Are you ready? This is some of the items that I'll be using today to create 3 different projects. So stick around and see what I've got coming up. The first project I'll be working on is this farmer's market basket. I want to give it more of a worn, weathered look, so I'm going to be spray painting the outside with this white spray paint from Walmart. There we go. For 96 cents, I got exactly the look I wanted. Next, I glued the handles together in the center to hold them into place and started wrapping with my nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. Once I got the handles completely wrapped, I just glued the ends inside the basket. There we go. Next, I'm going to add a colorful scarf to line the basket and add in some flowers. These are just some paper hydrangeas that I made from coffee filters. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for, so I dug around and found some stems that I bought at Goodwill for 50 cents. And that added just a little more color. Now this is going to be look number 1, more of a pastel, subdued color palette. Now I'm going to show you look number 2, which is more bright and vibrant. Taking this paisley scarf in brighter colors, I added some zinnias that I bought from Dollar General on clearance for 50 cents, and a little bouquet from Walmart that I picked up for 10 cents. Always check your clearance for florals and hang on to them until that season rolls around again. So that's look number 2. Let me know in the comments which you like the best, look 1 or look 2. The next project, I'm going to be using this TJ Maxx bag that I picked up for 99 cents. I love the color, I love the globe on there, and the banner that says Journey. So I'm going to be cutting out a piece of that and putting it into this frame I bought at Goodwill for only $1. The glass was missing, but that's okay. I'm more intrigued by this detail. It's covered up with all that black spray paint, and I'm going to make it pop. First of all, I covered the entire frame with Apple Barrel's Pool Blue in 2 coats. I'm going to be using light pink and yellow flame to add some floral details around. But first, I'm going all over the raised areas of that detail with lime tree to give it sort of a stem or vine effect to the flowers. Just like so. And here's how that turned out. Pretty neat, huh? Next, I needed to cut it to fit the frame. So I had to decide horizontal, vertical. We'll go horizontal so we can get the majority of those florals. So taking a cutting mat, I put it inside the bag. I don't want to cut all the way through because if I have a oopsie, I've always got a backup on the back side of the bag. Now I laid the backing down to where I wanted it, right there, and cut out this design. I laid it onto the backing and just put some dots of hot glue in all the corners and then a couple on the sides top and bottom. And there we go. It turned out beautiful. Bright, beautiful spring. Next is this beware sign I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and you can see I've used it in a project before. And these garden kneeling pads that I picked up for 20 cents each on clearance at Dollar General. I'm going to be cutting out some foam letters to put on this board. I went to my Cricut and designed some letters for stenciling in the simplest font that I could find. And I put 3 on the pink, 3 on the orange, and who knew that every other letter of spring spelled pig? Not me, not until this project. Then with my razor knife, I just cut out the letters. Once I got the letters cut out, there was a little bit of cleanup to do on them, so I just took my scissors and snipped around. Snip, snip, snip. I didn't get them exactly smooth, but that's okay. Then I'm using my favorite apple barrel paint in Key West Blue and putting one coat over that white that was already there. If some of the white shows through, it doesn't bother me. It'll give it more of a weathered look. But one coat was plenty to cover it completely. Now that everything's painted and I figured out where I want my letters, how I want them spaced, I'm just putting some hot glue on the back and gluing them down. You see that little bunch of flowers in the top center? That's going to be a dot on my eye. I'm a little bit out of frame here. I don't have a director. So you can see on the back, I just popped some hot glue on there, and there we go. Then I used wisteria in the apple barrel paint to cover up the orange. Sorry if anyone's offended, but I'm not a fan of orange. I never have been. So I'm just going to cover the top of these letters with the wisteria. Next, for the hanger, I'm going to do some macrame. I'm taking 4 cords, a little bit larger than regular twine, not as large as nautical rope, and I'm going to do like a number 4 and then take the outside and loop it through. Can you see that? I'm not very good at explaining. I hope you get the gist. To help me hold it, I just hooked it onto a pants hanger and put it right there on my paint bucket. Just doing number 4s all the way down. Number 4s, looping under, pulling through. You see how it's twisting? You'll need to flip it over every now and then, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to twist. That's the look I was going for. Once I got it all the way down to where I couldn't make any more of the number 4s, I tied it in a knot and put a little hot glue on the top and bottom and just snip that little bit of excess off. You'll see that the center 2 cords are still the same length that I started with, but that's going to come in handy in just a moment. I'm wrapping those around and tying them off. And then I tied the 2 tassels that I began with in the center and started fraying those out. Just twisting them apart and giving them a little bit of a fray. And that's how that turned out. I really like those colors. And here are all three projects together. The start of my spring decor. This is not finished yet, but I like how it's coming along. That tin box is just something that I picked up from a thrift store and popped some Walmart lavender in there and a couple of old books. And I've got it sitting on an old dresser. There's the basket again, and the journey picture, the spring, and my thrift store find. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up.